What's up guys, Drew here with Tone Talk. We got a little bit of a different setup going on today. I just wanted to talk to you about how I use the HX Stomp in a live setting and even recording. So I'll just go outright and say it. I use the snapshots. I utilize the 3 snapshots that come with the HX Stomp, and I have this Analog Endeavors aux switch to bank up and down. So I just, if I have a 4-song preset, I'll have songs 1, 2, 3, and 4 right next to each other, and I can bank up and bank down in between them as I need to. And then doing that, I have 3 snapshots per song. So I actually got the Analog Endeavors to add an additional snapshot. Quickly learned that you cannot do that. You only have the 3 snapshots at your disposal, which was definitely a bummer, but actually I kind of love it because it's challenging me for sure to be more creative and to do more with less. And it is a challenge, don't get me wrong. There's some times where I'm like, man, if I only had a 4th snapshot. But for the most part, I'm really enjoying it. It helps me be a little bit more creative and think outside the box when approaching a song. Speaking of approaching a song, the way I'll do that is I'll learn the parts, and then I go to the HX Stomp and then build sounds around the parts that I need. So still running the similar setup. I got the Keeley compressor in here, the Benson preamp, all going before the HX Stomp. And I'll talk about why I do that in another video, answering the question, is 6 blocks enough? So getting to the snapshots, what I'll do is usually have some type of verse or softer chorus setting on this one, a chorus or a lighter bridge on this one, and then usually like a bridge or a lead, intro and outro tone on the 3rd one. And that definitely changes depending on the needs of the song, but for the most part, that's kind of my layout, and I definitely always go lowest gain to highest gain, just that way all patches are the same. Even if there's different sounds, I just know that if I need a low gain setting, I can go all the way left. If I need a high gain setting for like lead or something, I can go all the way to the right. And just laying it out like that just helps my mind understand exactly where I'm at in any song. Alright, so I'll go ahead and show you an example. So now I'm just going to a song. This is Raise a Hallelujah. I'll just play a little bit from there. Before I get into playing, let me talk about how I set up my blocks. So I usually just copy and paste my amp, my IR, and then an EQ block. So that's 3 blocks that are all in every patch. So that's kind of my foundation. I know you get a lot of versatility with being able to use different amps and IRs and stuff. I don't do that. I approach the HX Stomp as if it was just, I bought one amp and it's a combo amp and that's it, and it doesn't change. And I like that because it's just a lot more simplistic, and it allows me to focus more on playing and getting really good tones rather than, oh, well, I'm going to use this amp for this song and that amp for the other song, which is an amazing feature that it has. I just don't use it that way. And so with 3 blocks being used, that leaves me with 3 blocks to fill. So the way I go about it is definitely with reverb in every patch, sometimes with the delay, but that can change to vibrato or bass octaver or something like that, depending on the need of the song. And then always an overdrive, usually the heir apparent, because it is so versatile. I can get 3 different gain settings out of that one overdrive, and I don't need to be switching or go to a different preset so that way I can have different types of overdrive. And then I can utilize the gain, the voltage, and the clipping mod, which all together when paired with the snapshots, I can come up with 3 completely different sounds. Alright, so this is kind of what it would look like. I'm not going to play the whole song, so I'll just give you a sample, but volume would help. So that would be like for the verse or the intro and verse and whatnot, and then I'd go into the chorus, click on the 2nd one. Now I got a little bit of a higher gain setting, and this is what that would sound like. And I mostly play rhythm on that song, but sometimes I'll play lead, so I have a setting in there. Let me see if I can even remember that lead part. So So that's all from one overdrive and just the 6 blocks that are there, utilizing the snapshots. Alright, so here's another example of the song Never Gonna Stop Singing by Jesus Culture. I think this will be a good song to show because there's actually a pretty wild variation in parts. One is really heavy with delay, and then the other one's actually really heavy. I'm actually using the Timmy. So I've actually had the Timmy before, and I love that overdrive. But with this one in the HX Stomp, I'm actually able to dime out the gain and not get a lot of noise. Like, so that would be like for the intro and the verse and whatnot. And then when I go to the chorus, I just kind of step things up a little bit. And then for the bridge, that's when I dime out that Timmy. Yeah, guys, so that's essentially how I'm using the HX Stomp. I mean, I haven't really changed it up. I kind of came up with a formula, and that's been working. And I am getting ready to change things up going forward now. I'm going to try something a little different, and I'll make a video about how I'm doing that. But as far as how I've been using it, as I'm not an expert, I don't know everything about this. I don't know the perfect solution to how to utilize the HX Stomp. I just hope that with me showing you how I utilize it, it might spark some inspiration or ideas on how you might be able to utilize it, or maybe you see something that I'm doing and say, hey, you know what, I can actually do this a little bit better, or I can take that concept and improve upon it. And please let me know if you think I can be doing anything better, or if you have any ideas about how I could be going about it, or more so, let me know how you guys are using it. I love watching videos on people utilizing the same gear that I'm using, because that's one of the best ways to learn is from each other, and that's why I even started this whole channel. I appreciate all the love and the likes and subscriptions, so keep it up, guys. Keep hitting up the comments, and definitely keep playing, man. Keep practicing, keep digging for those sounds, man.